Welcome to the What We Remember Rundown for Star Wars The Mandalorian, Episode 8, Chapter 8, The Redemption. My name is Bradley Jones.
My name is Andrew Moldenhauer.
And I'm Andrew Hubert.
The Redemption. Did we get redeemed? Did redemption happen? Did there
Well, what does redemption mean in this context?
I don't know.
Red Dead Redemption?
There was a lot of redeeming going on. Carl Weathers was like, I can be a good guy again.
IG-11?
IG-11's like, I'm a new droid now.
I guess like he got redeemed from his like fear of droids, sort of.
Yeah, a little bit of all.
Cara Dune killed all the Imperials that she wanted to.
Uh-huh.
So and then she got a new job, so she's sort of redeemed.
Yeah. It's just a total redemption for everybody.
Didn't work out for the Empire in this episode.
No, they did not.
I tell you what.
I tell you what.
The episode starts with two of the scout troopers.
Yes.
Do you know who the actors are?
I know one of them is Jason Sudeikis.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, good.
He
And I
knew
got the other one was Adam Powley.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I knew they had to be people. I only know it's the one with Jason Sudeikis because of all of the hullabaloo that's happened since this episode came out, where like jokingly a bunch of like people have been like, I can't believe Jason would do this. He's not my friend anymore. Like all jokes. Like Second City put out a statement of like, Second City does not endorse former alum Jason Sudeikis' abuse of the Baby Yoda.
He punches
like,
the Yoda back.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
So it was like all like a joke, like, haha, how could you do this? But it was very funny.
It was a little strong.
Yeah,
I couldn't tell that it was Jason Sudeikis for. I could tell it was Adam
the
Powley
episode
though.
was happening after I knew it was him and like I rewatched it. It seems so obvious, but when I was watching it, I could not place it.
Yeah, they were on them long enough where I was like, these have got to be like some kind of actors.
Yes, I knew they had to be a cameo.
Yeah, it was like a 3-minute scene.
Did he just say that Gideon killed his own men? Oh, who knows? These guys like to lay down the law when they first arrive in a town, you know. You know how it is. I said, shut up. Eesh. What is that thing, anyway? I don't know, maybe Moff wants to eat it. I don't ask questions. Can I see it? Did you not just hear that Moff Gideon killed a dozen of his own troopers just to make a point? Okay, I get that point. Do you get the point? Yes, I get the point. Okay.
It reminded me of the old school. They did a spoof of the stormtroopers like cops in the 90s. I remember that, like, or the 2000s that took off. Like they did. You know what I'm talking about? I think it was just called like Troopers, and it was just like the stormtroopers, but like it was filmed like cops, where like they're interrogating Jawas
really
and stuff.
good. I
Yeah.
don't know this.
I thought you knew that. I thought
I
that
want
was
to
like,
watch that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was like
That's a thing?
an early
sounds
viral
good.
sensation. Yeah.
Oh, was it like a internet thing? Mm-hmm. Okay.
I remember there was like the College Humor bit where it was
It was like Darth Vader
there
as
was
like a boss.
I remember like the two troopers were talking about like they're at the bar like drinking to all the buddies they lost on the Death Star, and like it was an old internet videos from I think from College Humor. Might have been Funny or Die.
Felt like one of those kind of things.
Yeah.
You liked when they missed with the gun.
I did. I liked how like dim-witted they were. They both pulled out their blasters and started shooting at a can. And
I like how they like call in. They're just like, "Hey, is it cool if we come in now?" The guy's just like, he killed a whole bunch of us already. You might want to just wait a bit. Hold on." And then they're like, "Hey, any updates?" He's like, "Well, he just killed the last guy that asked him for something, so I'm not gonna ask him for a bit. Keep waiting." Like the whole back and forth was like, yeah. I mean, you think about like that happens. I feel like all the time is like the bad guys are constantly killing their own dudes. I mean,
yeah,
it's so.
I like
funny.
I
just
like the
listening
level
to
of
them
humor in this
existing.
series.
Yeah.
Took a breath to be self-referential.
Yeah, and then them trying to shoot
They've
the
done that a
cannon,
lot.
completely missing.
Mm-hmm. IG-11 comes out of nowhere to save the Baby Yoda.
Yep.
Kills those two guys like super easy, hand-to-hand combat.
Oh yeah.
The one guy like shot him like 4 feet away and still missed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's stormtroopers.
Adam Pally got his like head grabbed and then like shoved down into the speeder bike like multiple times.
Bent the front of that bike.
Oh boy,
Yeah.
poor man.
Yeah, I was saying like Sudeikis just got his arm broken and then flipped over, so he might still be alive. You know, he could have gotten up and been like, "Ow, my arm."
And then we get into the standoff.
Yeah, that's still going on.
Moff Gideon.
He's
is,
just hanging out. He's like, "Hey, y'all, you want to come out, y'all?"
Hey, I know y'all names.
When he was like, "I'm gonna give you until midnight to
Yeah.
come on
I was
out,"
like,
I was
what
like,
time
"What?
is it
Just
now?"
like do it now."
Yeah.
Right.
Like, what are you waiting for?
He did set up the E-Web, which I think I'd mentioned the last time we saw one. I was like, yeah, they call those E-Webs. So
How'd you know that?
It's
This RPG game.
yeah,
It's also an Empire
RPG game.
I guess.
I'm sure it's in like some of the compendiums of all the Star Wars equipment that exists and stuff like that. But
They look for a rescue vent, but they can't get that thing open. Not even like a gun can do it.
Yeah, they're just shooting at steel or
Yeah.
something like that. It's not going to break.
Cara Cynthia Dune of Alderaan. is Cara
I missed
Dune's
that it was
character.
Alderaan. I just I got her full name. But
she's a remnant of that poor planet that Princess Leia got exploded.
She got exploded?
Yeah. It was kind of her fault.
She
No, I'm not putting blame on Princess Leia.
You gonna
but
blame her?
A little bit.
wow,
a little-
some victim
I mean,
blaming
she
from
wouldn't
bad.
give up the plans. You
You
know?
can go all the way back to episode 4 and blame her for this? That's not her fault. That was the beginning.
I mentioned, I think, in one of our previous episodes that Coruscant blew up, but apparently that is not the case.
Oh, I thought it was the case.
It was the capital. It was like the capital system blew up, so I assumed it was Coruscant. But upon further reading, I found out that apparently the Republic moved the capital to this other system. So it's like this other, because they do say in the movie like the Cadian system or something like that, and they like blow the whole thing up, and that is definitely a different place.
I can never tell which planets get exploded.
It's hard to tell. They're blowing up a lot of planets.
all
Yeah,
the time
they
now,
get blown
you
up
know?
very frequently.
Hey, Kevin, did you blow up that planet?
I'll do it after dinner, Mom.
Kevin, we were scheduled to blow up that planet 3 hours ago.
Oh, fine.
It gets easier and easier per movie to blow up a
It does,
planet,
yes.
too. as you can hear in our take on the rise of Skywalker.
Yeah, don't miss that.
I've just developed the multi-planet exploder. Explodes 2 planets at the same time.
One exploded 4 in The Force Awakens.
Oh, damn it!
You're
I've
going
been working
backwards
forever
now.
on this.
You've been going backwards.
I've been working forever on this.
Ooh, yeah, you're behind the times, man. Your work's
Oh, I
already
didn't know
out of
you were
date.
at 4 already.
We get Mando's name, Din Djarin.
Yep.
That's not very Star Warsy to me. Din?
Dingerin?
Django
Dingerin?
Jarin.
Boba Fett sounds sweeter.
Yeah. that's true.
Dinjarin.
Should have had like a Boba Fett type name.
There's been a lot of people
Could
yelling
you make it
about
cooler?
how Jango Fett was clearly not a Mandalorian because he took his helmet off all the time. And they're like, that's against the code, bro. Can't
Yeah.
do that. No word on Boba Fett because you never see him with I mean, he takes the helmet from his
Yeah.
dad, so who knows? Maybe after that he followed the code.
Jango Fett's a
Don't know.
renegade.
But
What wasn't Jango Fett living on an asteroid for a while? Wasn't that where he was
lived,
found?
in
Episode 2?
Was
I
he on
don't
the
know if
clone
they show where
planet?
they find him. Yeah, he's just on the clone planet, and they were like, he's a tough dude, so we got his. There's actually a surprisingly fun video game, I think, for the PS2, Star Wars Bounty Hunter, where you play as Jango Fett and you run around the galaxy. It's like a prequel to Episode 2, basically. It's a lot of fun. You should try it.
We get some more flashback of Din Djarin. I thought he got rescued by Boba Fett because the guy looked like Boba Fett, but when he got pulled out of the hole, every Mandalorian looked like Boba Fett.
They're
So it
all
was just
wearing-
like
true, that's
that's just
true.
like the standard costume.
It was all like green armor.
Yeah, I was like,
greenish.
you trying to trick me into thinking that's Boba Fett?
Nice try.
Nice try. You got out there and it's just full of Boba Fett.
They did still set that up, though, in this series, in the one with the lady assassin that they go out to get the bounty on in the desert. The feet that walk up at the end there, that we don't get to see who it is.
I thought that was Moff Gideon.
They mentioned that like with the steps, it sounds like spurs, like like walking, and the only character that has ever happened for is Boba Fett. Every time Boba Fett walks around, you hear that sound, so it may have been him. And I was like, that's credible.
What? Boba Fett?
Yeah,
Would he still be alive?
in the universe? Well, I mean, in the expanded universe, he is. He claws his way
In the
back out of
re-edited version,
that
he
the Sarlacc.
jetpacks out of the Sarlacc.
Yeah, and gets out and
right.
goes on a revenge thing. So
He would be pretty old, though, right?
I wouldn't be
Wouldn't
that
he, or
old. I mean,
no?
this is
50 years.
I keep forgetting that the
little old.
whole like scope of Star Wars
Is this that long
is
yet?
not very
Depends
long.
on what race he is too, because Mandalorians, as we
Yeah.
found out in this episode,
not a
aren't a race.
Yeah, it's a creed.
So it could be any sort of.
Apollo
Boba Fett
Creed.
could be.
So you can't be racist against them.
Yeah.
There you go.
You're Creedist.
He could be a calamari underneath that helmet. You don't know.
Yeah, just a Creedist.
Assassin Creedist.
Yeah.
With arms wide
Apollo-
open.
Apollo Creed.
Oh. She can't be captured because she's afraid of getting uploaded to a mind flayer.
Oh, Cara. Yeah, Cara Dune.
Cara
Dune,
Yeah.
yeah.
Which is from Rogue One.
Yeah.
That's what they use
Little-
on the
little Easter egg.
pilot in Rogue One.
Do you remember the movie Rogue One?
Yeah,
Star
I
Wars
do.
story?
Yeah, I
Do you
love
remember
that
the
movie.
squid monster?
It's the squid monster that
That
can
hangs out with
read
Forrest
your mind,
Whitaker.
but also will destroy your mind.
It suction cups one of the guy's faces real bad
Oh yeah,
and like reads his mind, I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah.
yeah. Out of all the movies, I say Rogue One was probably the best Star Wars movie to come out in a while.
Ooh, okay.
I think that one's the best one.
Bit of a hot take there. A
think
lot of
it's
people rank
great.
it pretty low. I love.
Oh, I love it.
I like
love the
the parts of it.
I love the last third of the movie. The first 2/3, I'm not as.
I like
about.
anything with
I think
Donnie
it's great.
Yen.
Yes, Donnie Yen was very good. Yeah.
And when he dies, I'm like, what'd you do? I want more Donnie Yen
As soon as Donnie Yen
storylines.
dies, Brad just turns the movie off.
I'm pretty much over.
Who needs to watch the rest?
Is that Ip Man? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Did you see they came out with the fourth one?
Yeah.
I haven't watched it yet, but I need to see
I haven't
it.
seen it either.
Yeah.
IG-11 comes out, guns a-blazing, Yoda on his chest in a basket.
He comes like
Yeah,
motorcycling
he jumps
into
on that
town.
motor scooter.
Yeah.
And he's like blasting guys
Bowling
left and
balls
right.
over a bunch of stormtroopers and
I was
shoots
like,
up the
are
place.
none of them gonna radio in, "Hey, a robot on a speeder bike is coming your way"? Like
a good
everyone's
point.
like, "Huh? What's that sound?" Pew
Yeah.
pew 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 pew.
But it gives the opportunity for everyone inside the cantina to go out guns a-blazing. But not Boba Fett. Din Djarin, the Mando, gets a hold of the E-Web, destroys some stuff. He gets hit. He gets hit a bunch
In the
laser
shoulder,
blasted.
3 more hits in the shoulder to this episode.
Yeah.
Ping, ping, ping.
That shoulder.
That shoulder, man.
Maybe
That's
it's
his-
magnetic.
It's like his trademark. He's like, right here, big target.
Hey,
Moff Gideon finally brings him down by shooting an ammo box, video game style.
Yeah, I like that. It was very video game.
was smart.
But it made sense. Yeah.
Explodesies. Yeah, and that like wrecks Mando real bad.
Oh,
yeah, that's why he was like, "I'm dead.
Yeah, he pretty much gave up everything.
Oh, I'm dead.
He's like, you gotta leave.
I'm just so dead right now."
Here, take my sweet necklace, leave me alone to die in peace.
Yeah.
Don't even bother.
Yeah.
He's like, go find all the Mandalorians that said they were going to leave. Go find them. Apparently thought they'd still be there.
Yeah,
I don't know.
go down the hole where the little the Mandalorian sewer is, and go save Yoda. But leave me to die.
And I'm gonna die. I'm dying.
But IG-11 doesn't let it happen.
No, he's a nurse droid now. He's got to
Spritz
nurse
him.
him back to health.
Yeah.
Hits him with some banaka right in the face.
Well, hold on.
Back to
Hold
He's
on.
good to go.
Hold
Yeah,
on.
some Managa. Breast smells fresh.
Here's a big part though.
Oh, the flame trooper?
No.
Oh, yeah, we gotta
He
talk
took
about
off the
flames.
Oh, he did take off the
helmet.
helmet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Were you surprised when you found out that it was?
Finally!
Were you surprised though when you found out when he took that helmet off that it was actually Corey Feldman under there?
That was a big shock.
Wasn't
to
that
me,
shocking?
you know? Wow, how'd they manage to keep
I was
that
like,
under wraps
dang,
this
Corey
long?
Feldman the
I
whole
was expecting
time.
Corey Haim, but then
Right.
I've realized that he was dead, so
Yeah.
he couldn't have been in it.
Yeah,
Unfortunately.
I thought it was Corbin Burnson, but I was like, well, that doesn't look like him.
Is it a lawyer?
He's making
Who's
more
that?
psych television, I think. Corbin Burnson. He's going to be in Major League 5.
No. No, wait, what?
Before that, a flame trooper comes in,
Right.
which has been used before the clone troopers had a flame trooper.
Sure.
And in Force Awakens, there was a flame trooper that was hanging out with Finn. They destroyed that village at the beginning of Force Awakens.
Yeah, that
Okay,
makes sense. That dude definitely seemed like he really enjoyed his job.
Oh, yeah.
He
Did
loved
you
his
get a
work.
feeling that they were maybe halfway toward big helmet? They're almost
like
they're-
Spaceballs?
They're bordering Spaceballs. Big helmet. That helmet was huge.
You thought that helmet was that big?
That helmet was large.
Those Death Trooper dudes
It
have
was
like
definitely
some
bigger.
super long helmets that they always like look a little goofy. I'm like,
the black ones.
Yeah, the black dudes.
Yeah.
Yoda stops the flame with his force powers.
he does.
Turns it back on him. Flamethrower's the flamethrower guy.
And that dude suddenly isn't having a great day. He was having a great day. And all of a sudden, not a
He
great
really
day.
likes being a
Bring in the
flamethrower.
flamethrower.
I,
Oh, this is
I
gonna
like
be
the idea
easy
too that
peasy.
like I can't imagine there's that much demand for a flame trooper all the time. So
Yeah.
like he comes in like he's hot shit. I have to believe all the other stormtroopers are like fucking Dave over here, always acting like he's cool. He never has to do anything.
You know what it's like? It's like the kicker in like
Yeah,
on your like NFL team. It's like you have
Flames
one
out,
job to
man.
do and you missed that damn field goal, man.
Freaking Dave.
They get away down into the sewers.
They do.
Yep, but the
IG-11 basically.
Mando's super hurt.
Yeah, I'd like that.
His
IG-11
energy
showed
bars
up.
are
They're like,
real
"Hey,
low.
can you fix the grate?" He's like, "Easy." Psh, just opens it up.
Yeah.
IG-11
Probably a laser.
takes care of some business.
He's so useful.
yeah.
Carl Weathers
He
like,
also
I love
killed,
a
like-
droid or
Yeah,
whatever.
he says
Yeah.
IG unit.
I love IG
specifically.
unit.
If you go near this child, I will have no choice but to kill you.
I understand. Can you do anything to move the grate?
Yes, of course.
I love IG units.
I will say, like, the existence of the IG units makes me question the existence of the Bounty Hunter Guild. Like, if there are robots this good at this kind of thing, like, how are there still people bounty hunters? Like,
Maybe there are not a lot of IG units.
maybe there's probably a whole bunch of lore behind the production of them, and yeah, there's probably like 5.
Yeah.
Ever.
They're super hard to make. Mm-hmm. Like the one guy who made them like doesn't exist anymore.
Right.
I'm kind of curious to see if there's like a Star Wars story about the person making like droids and things.
There's got to be. I mean,
Where's
there's-
that guy?
There's got to be like a 10-foot long
cool.
Wikipedia entry for that dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be a cool little.
Where's the
weird
MIT
movie.
University of like drone techs like coming
Good
up with this
question.
stuff?
Yeah. They do talk about in some
It's
of
like
the.
it's Star Wars, but it's like a beautiful mind. But it's like why is this a Star Wars movie?
On some of the expanded universe, they talk about like how Katarn kind of starts this way, where it's like it's sort of common knowledge that like the best school is like the Imperial Academy. So like you have to like enlist, or it's because it's sort of this is like some goofy history, but like some like. In Civil War, like in the Civil War era, like West Point was like an engineering school, is what West Point was. Like you trained army officers, but you trained them as engineers, basically. So that's where everyone who wanted to be an engineer would just go serve in the army for a while. And that's sort of, I guess, how it was with the Empire too. It was like the absolute best education you could get was at the Imperial Academy. So a lot of really smart people signed up to join the empires because of that.
I was rewatching A New Hope, and all Luke wants to do is go to school.
Yeah.
That's all he wants to do. 17 years old, he wants to go to school.
Yeah, they had to cut a lot of those scenes out.
His uncle's like, no, moisture farm, one more year, dog.
Moisture farm?
And then you go to school.
But he wants to go to Tashi Station.
Moisture farm?
He's a moisture
That's what he is.
farmer.
They're moisture farmers. When you're on a desert,
collect that-
moisture is important, man.
What, for water? You drinking it?
I have no idea.
All
flushing
sorts
your
of
toilet?
things.
Maybe it makes that milk stuff, the blue milk.
Ew.
Because you know where the green milk comes from, those things on the island.
So they go down this little hole.
And they're in the sewer.
Yeah, they find a bunch of Mandalorian helmets piled up in a stash.
They do.
Yeah.
Well, here we can talk about, too. Like after they jump down,
Uh-huh.
IG-11 and the Mando have the moment
Yeah.
where he's like, no living thing can see me without my helmet. And the robot's like, I'm a droid, bruh. You of all people should
I'm not
be
living.
the one being a droid racist about it and not have a problem.
Pops that helmet off. He's got some sweet scarring.
Yep.
Yeah, and then he like sprays him with like a bunch of breath mints. And
Yeah.
he's like,
Cover
you'll
him
be,
with that
you'll be
Bacta.
good. You'll be good in like a couple minutes.
Yeah, no big deal. Not gonna
He's
die.
like, I'm dead. I'm dying. Good thing that he brought a little bit of mist spray. Oh, I didn't know you had that. Okay. All right, I guess I'm
It
not
seems
dead.
useful. You should carry that in your,
Yeah.
in your pocket, Mandalorian.
You didn't tell me you had
There
the
you
mist
go.
spray. I thought I was dead.
Right? Yeah, just put that on the belt. You got a million other things in your armor. Why not that?
It's a good thing to have. Mm-hmm. I love IG units.
Oh, I love IG units.
They go down the hole,
Yeah.
and they find that lady. She didn't have a name, I don't think. She was like the madam of the Mandalorian.
in the subtitles,
Yeah,
in the subtitles, she's listed as armorer.
Okay.
So yeah, I don't think she has like a name other than that. And she's just like she's like collecting the armor, and I'm like, how long have you been down here? Because like, there's still a lot of armor left. I feel like she has not been working that hard since they
Yeah.
left that planet.
She's wheelbarrowing some stuff into the...
She like is just now
furnace.
getting around to melting down this stuff. Like, bro,
Maybe she had to flee for a little while.
that could be.
She was like,
but
read-
it sounds
read-
like she didn't want to.
It was like when you're at work, you know, you're not really doing anything. Like your boss comes in and you like start...
suddenly you're like,
start doing...
I got a lot of work I gotta get.
Oh, geez, all this
going
work
on.
I gotta do.
She's like, oh shit, someone's actually here. I should probably act like I've been doing this the whole time.
One of my coworkers literally did that the other day because our CEO was on campus and he was walking through and we were in the front office just talking and he popped in just randomly and she was like, oh shit, the CEO. And then she was like, Andrew, you know how we've been running those reports and like just sort of making up stuff? And I was like, everything you're telling me right now just makes you look more suspicious.
That's funny.
I'm like, what reports are you talking about?
Yeah.
They have a conversation.
They do, and she basically says like, "Hey, the Empire came, killed everybody, except me, and you, I guess." But then she basically tells him that the Baby Yoda's his,
Yeah, you have to take care of it.
and then gives him the signet that he had said he didn't want earlier. I was like, "Oh
No, it's a different one.
no, it's the same thing."
No, he was going to get the Mudhorn signet
Yeah.
earlier. Now he's getting the signet, which is the clan of 2. He gets the clan
but
of
the
2
signet is a
signet.
Mudhorn though.
Oh.
That's the actual thing is a Mudhorn.
Oh, was it?
Which is what she said. She was like, that will be like what your signet looks like. Because it's like, it's like the side profile of its head with the horn comes swooping up. It looks really good. It looked really
okay.
cool.
I didn't really take a good look
Yeah.
at it.
But yeah, they're the clan of 2.
That
Just
means
like
like
the
the Yoda,
Siths.
and the Mandalorian together.
Mandalorian gets to re-equip all of his low ammo stash and his low grenades.
Yeah, I guess press
Little
F to
table
refill
over
his
there.
ammo.
Yeah,
Now,
that's cool.
I was sitting here. She's like, "You will, like the Baby Yoda's a foundling now, so he's going to train the Baby Yoda to be a Mandalorian." I was like, "How are they going to make a Mando helmet that fits those ears, though? That's
So they just have to stick out.
it's going to be the widest Mandalorian helmet
That'd
you've
be
ever
sweet,
seen."
though. It'll be like a luchador
I can't
mask.
wait to see it. I can't
Oh my
wait.
god, yeah.
That would be really good. I can't wait. It's going to
They
be
better
fun.
not cover up that Baby Yoda face, though.
That's
Come
the
on.
creed, Andy. You literally can't
It'll
cover up
look
your
like
face.
it'll look
that.
like a Yoda though. It'll
Yeah.
have its same like facial structure?
I don't
I'm
know.
very
I bet there's already fan art of it.
Because I can't imagine they're just going to be like, Baby Yoda, you're going to have to fold your ears up in this helmet for the rest of your life forever. Like, no way. They've got to make something that accommodates those ears.
It's going to be cute.
It's going to be adorable. I can't wait. And then he's going to be like, I got a bounty. Force choke him to death.
He gets the Rising Phoenix technique unlocked.
Yes.
Gets his jetpack.
Extra skill point. And she's like,
His skill
and then she
tree
goes,
shows up.
then she
Achievement
says,
unlocked.
she's like, did you play through the tutorial for your jetpack?
Yeah, I
And
don't
Mando
need
says,
to. I don't need. I played this before. I don't need to do
played
it
that
again.
tutorial. It's fine. She's like, all right. Well, when you play the tutorial again, then you can really use the jetpack.
But he
man.
can't use it yet. He's too weak, apparently.
She says it
He's
won't
like
listen
50.
to it, won't obey him or something.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's got a mind of its own, apparently.
Yeah, you gotta just wait like 200 years, maybe.
Yeah, or
Yep.
like 10 minutes
Yeah.
of an episode.
Apparently, yeah, she's like, then you can begin training with your jetpack, and then eventually it will listen to you. And then, later he's like, I put it on, and then I used it.
Yeah.
But whatever, it was still fun.
Yeah,
I did not
Oh
care.
wait, I thought you were talking about Baby Yoda. Like the jetpack has
Yeah.
a mind of its own.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, what the heck?
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
I kind of wish it would have malfunctioned a little bit.
That's
when
what.
he used
Yeah.
it, but-
And, I mean, it. Obviously, he only really used it to like shoot straight up and then shoot straight down again. Really, so he doesn't do anything complicated.
Yeah,
So maybe
yeah.
that was fine. I guess. Again, it's Star Wars.
You're
I
right.
try not to think too hard about this stuff.
Sure.
Which is. I think a lot of people's downfalls with Star Wars stuff. You think too hard about it, so you're going to start not liking stuff. Don't do it. Don't
Yeah.
do it. Pull it back.
They try to recruit her for the party, and she's like, "Nah, I'm gonna stay here."
She's like, yeah. She's
Yeah.
I'll
like,
hang out at the planet.
It's one of those NPCs
NPC
that's like
moments.
so strong.
Yep.
That like you see it in the game, but like come with us, and it just doesn't come with you. It's like, why you're not coming with us?
Yeah.
You'd be so sweet.
Yep. So then she sits down there, and then she fucking wrecks a squad of
Oh,
stormtroopers,
boy.
and it was awesome.
It might be the most horrific death in Star
it
Wars.
is. I think it
Ooh,
is.
the
that
one where the guy
stormtrooper-
like went into the flames.
He gets flipped into the
Yeah,
cauldron and
fucking
just like
melts.
himself.
And then she like
Face
smashes the armors off them.
Yeah.
Some of the shatters that armor, which I thought was really cool. And like the joke was always like, so why are stormtroopers wearing that armor? Every time they get shot, they still all die. And the defense was always, it's for like melee weapons. Like you can't stab a stormtrooper because they got armor at least. But I was like, well,
but
if you got
no-
a fucking Mando
Everybody has
hammer,
guns,
just
though.
wreck that face. She just destroyed those dudes. That was awesome.
But everybody has guns, so
Yeah, it's true.
well, we protected them from stabbing.
Well,
But
you know.
unfortunately, no one.
Well,
has
it helped
knives.
them. It sort of helped them with the Ewoks for a little bit,
right?
until it didn't.
Didn't protect him from tree stumps.
Yeah.
The Mando party gets to the lava river.
Yes.
There's a boat they have to free. Shoot it free, I guess, is what they did.
Yeah.
This is like
this
less-
time. Cara
yeah.
Dune's plan actually works. She tried it on the grate, didn't work. Tries it on the boat, worked this time.
Finally, a gun is useful to her.
It felt very like D&D RPG kind of thing for me, where you're like, I'll try that skill again. It didn't work last time,
Yeah.
but maybe it'll work this time. Oh, it worked.
Take
Hey,
another
all
roll at
right.
it.
Yeah, exactly. There's a droid that say is fried, and so they like can't
An R2
use the
style
droid.
unit.
Yep. And then they free the boat, and the R2's like, "Hey, gondola trip down the lava river," and like grows arms and legs,
arms and legs.
and turns into like the beefiest R2 unit I've
Yeah.
ever seen in
Yeah,
my life.
he's basically like playing the role of like that like Amsterdam like guy.
yeah,
On
exactly.
the boat.
Like they're in Venice. Like they're going down.
Venice,
he's like,
yeah.
He should have been playing a song or something.
I
That
would have
would've been
loved
really
if
funny.
it,
Oh my
that would have been
God.
so good if he'd been like just singing, like playing an audio track of like someone singing. But yeah, just pushing him down the lava
Yeah.
river.
He asked which way to go. There's only one way
There's
to go.
one way. Yeah, the
Down
lava's
river.
flowing one way, and it just like, of course, the stormtroopers knew where they were going to be. There's one exit to that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But-
So yeah, because at the very end of the tunnel, which you can kind of see, Mando does like a little like infrared laser super
helmet, yeah.
like distance check and sees like what looks like 20 stormtroopers basically at the end of the
all
tunnel.
hanging out at the end of the tunnel. They're like, well, it was nice knowing y'all again for the 5th time. This bit was a little awkward, just with them going down the river, because there was like they were fill the time with stuff, but like nothing changes because the tunnel is exactly the same, and they're just
Yeah.
going down the lava river some more, and like it cut twice, I think, to show some passage of time, and I'm like, this was a little strange. But obviously you can't just have the exit right near where they get in the boat. So I'm like, yeah, I mean, there wasn't much they could do about it, but it felt a little awkward, the pacing of them going down the lava river.
Yeah, like the first thing they did was Cara Dune tried to get the robot to stop.
Oh yeah,
and slow
accidentally
down, but
blew
then he
its
didn't.
head
So then
off.
she just like shot him.
Yeah, it exploded the R2 unit.
And that was it for that.
Poor guy.
And then yeah, they were kind of like looking for ideas. They couldn't figure out what to do.
And 9/11 once it gives a call back episode, what, 2? Is that one?
Oh, the show?
Where he's just like,
Oh, it's episode
It was
1.
I can
Episode 1.
still self-destruct.
It's still in my protocol.
And he really wanted to
Yeah.
in that first episode. So, finally he gets to do what he always
He
wanted.
gets his Terminator 2 moment where he gets into
Yeah.
that
Oh,
lava
yeah.
bath,
He's just
Yeah,
walking
you're right.
walks down the river, and
It's like Volcano.
kablooey.
And the doofus stormtroopers don't shoot him when he comes out. Like, guys, just take him out, man. He drove through the town earlier on a motorcycle and wrecked everybody. Like,
Yeah.
When you see that thing, you just shoot it.
So
dudes.
far, IG-11 has the highest kill count, I think.
I think
That was
you're
a huge
absolutely
kill
right.
count right there.
Yep.
He
Cara
exploded.
Dune got a lot earlier when she was mowing down after they started the fight outside, and then Mando got a good amount on that E-Web. But yeah, he was just killing everybody.
Yeah.
I did like the two dudes hassling that Jawa in the street, and like the Jawa's like, cut it out, and then he just flies by and just kills them both. And I was like, those two guys,
Yeah.
they had a story.
And then Jawa was like looking around, like, what happened?
That was a lot of fun. Oh man.
So they get out of there.
Yep.
But Moff Gideon is in
Yep.
a sweet little TIE fighter guy.
Oh yeah, comes down to get him.
Barely misses him the first time. And they're figuring out what to do. Carl Weathers is like, do the little hand wavy thing.
Yes.
And
Baby Yoda.
Baby
wins.
Yoda's just like, hi.
I'm out of ideas. That was a good bit.
And then Din Djarin, the Mandalorian, puts on that jetpack and goes to work.
Yeah.
Very quick time events that TIE fighter out
Oh,
of the
yeah.
sky.
Hits X at the right button at the right time.
Yep.
Flies up into that
Well,
thing.
he missed the one X, so he dropped that one bomb, and they
He
had to
did.
do it again.
He had two
Yeah.
more
Yeah.
left. Yeah.
And blows up that TIE fighter with the
Took
bombs.
him out, and then lands again. And he's just like, "That's right, I did it.
I did it.
I did it, guys."
You see the TIE fighter like explode like behind a mountain.
Yep.
It didn't really explode. It just like shot up a
Yeah,
bunch of
landed.
dirt.
Yeah.
Yeah. I expected a huge explosion, but then when it didn't explode, I was like, that guy's not dead.
No.
No. The TIE
many-
fighters don't do that anymore because that's the Force Awakens.
So many people survive those crashes
Yeah.
in the Star Wars universe. It's
I don't
very
know how.
easy
Plot armor.
to not die.
Plot armor. Yeah.
So they're going to part ways. Cara Dune and Grief Karga are going to stay and just
Yes.
reinvent the village.
This confused me because
And
they're
then-
just like, "That's all of them. All the stormtroopers are dead."
Yeah.
I was like, that was all of
Really?
them? Like they're all dead now?
That didn't make sense.
Like I had to believe there were still some in the city that they did not kill before.
yeah, that city seems so empty.
Well, they were like searching for them. Like they could. I can't imagine the only stormtroopers left searched the sewers and got killed by the armor, and then the only other ones were at the exit to that tunnel, I guess. But whatever.
Well, IG-11 killed a bunch of them on the speeder bike.
Yeah, but not
and
all
then blew
of
up
them.
the rest of them
Yeah.
there, and then
And there was still a lot left when the Mando got blown up and they all retreated back into the
what if
bar
like
again.
what if all of the stormtroopers were literally, except for just the few that we saw when he was on the speeder bike, what if they all were at that like main building?
Yeah, I mean,
That could have been all of them.
It could have been. But
Maybe
yeah,
they didn't have a big
again, this was one of those where I was like, "That's kind of goofy," but I was like, "Yeah, I don't really care." It was fun, and yeah, he offers Cara Dune a job as his bodyguard, basically, and she's like, "Yeah, all right." Well,
Yeah.
at first she's like, "That might be a problem," and he's just like, "It's not a problem." Then she's like, "All right." So she gets a new kind of a legit job and a new identity. Basically,
gets a promotion.
So she can finally, rejoin society after deserting the resistance or whatever.
Yeah.
and then the Mandalorian flies away with the Yoda.
Flies out with the baby Yoda.
Right.
Gets in the
Any, like-
Razor Dawn.
Oodles that necklace that
Oh, yeah.
little baby Yoda
Oh yeah,
has.
Baby Yoda's got it, and he's
Little
just
Mando.
like,
Took it from Cara
Hang
Dune.
on to that. I picked it up at a gift shop in Florida that one time I was down in Tampa. You hang on to
I haven't
that
seen that
necklace,
in 20
baby.
years.
This is a puka shell necklace. Is that what
Yeah,
it is?
it's a little gator
Yeah.
tooth,
Yeah, all you need is a little bit of cologne and a puka shell
Yeah.
necklace, and
The armorer tells Mando, you either got to find its homeworld or give it to somebody you can trust.
Yep.
That's the only way to get rid of this thing.
So
Or
they're-
you're keeping it until forever.
Yep. So they head off to
Yep.
have adventures.
They head off to season
but
2.
wait,
Oh.
together forever and never apart.
that's
That's
beautiful.
how, that's how they are.
beautiful.
That's how they are right now.
Together
Until-
forever with you.
Yeah.
Until Moff
And
Gideon.
yeah, pan down.
Jawas are scavenging the TIE fighter. Those
Yeah.
guys are
Almost
quick.
immediately.
They're on
Instantly.
it, man.
They could smell it or something.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't
they're
know.
like that's some
Yeah,
good
it's like a
parts right
sinking
there.
like dead whale in the ocean.
Yeah.
You're like,
Get on
ooh,
it.
parts.
Yep. When suddenly sword busts through
Yeah.
that TIE fighter.
Oh god.
The Darksaber.
Is that what that was? I just assumed it was a vibro sword.
It was a dark saber. You don't know about the dark saber?
No.
You don't know about these dark sabers,
The
dog?
dark
I don't know
saber,
nothing about no
Andy.
dark sabers,
He
bro.
cuts it open with the dark saber.
It's like a saber. and
Brad,
it's
tell me about dark saber.
The dark saber was the original weapon of the first ever Mandalorian Jedi.
Oh.
The first one ever on the console.
Well,
And it has like a long lineage of it
Okay,
like
that
going
makes
to
sense.
Mandalorians like from year to year.
And they talked about how the Mando talked about how he knew Gideon because Gideon was the one that it sounds like was in
Orchestrated
charge of the
the-
extermination of the
Yeah.
Mandos. Then they also
It's like a
referenced
Hitler.
the Jedi extermination of the Mandos because this happens like once every 100 years apparently, and was like
That the Mandos get extinct?
well like that like people just try to purge the Mandalorians.
Oh, no.
Because they know they're gonna be a problem if they don't. And so like the Jedi's try to do it, which is why they were like Carl Weathers was like, I've heard of was it him that was like I've heard of creatures that had this power or something for the Force abilities. And
It was the girl. It was the armor girl.
oh okay
Yeah.
the armor girl. Oh yeah, and yeah, it says like they were like Jedi. So he's like, so this is my enemy. She's like, no, he just has those abilities. But he's not your enemy.
This is the one that you hunted, then saved?
Yes. The one that saved me as well.
From the Mudhorn.
Yes.
It looks helpless.
It's injured, but it is not helpless. Its species can move objects with its mind.
I know of such things. The songs of eons past tell of battles between Mandalore the Great and an order of sorcerers called Jedi that fought with such powers.
It is an enemy?
No. Its kind were enemies, but this individual is not.
What is it?
It is a foundling. By creed. It is in your care.
You wish me to train this thing?
It is too weak. It would die. You have no choice. You must reunite it with its own kind.
Where?
This you must determine.
You expect me to search the galaxy for the home of this creature and deliver it to a race of enemy sorcerers?
This is the way.
Sounds like Gideon has some beef.
The Darksaber shows up in the Clone Wars a bunch. That's like where it makes its
okay.
big stand. I guess it has some sort of like magnetic properties to the lightsaber, where it makes it like easy to block like lightsaber attacks because like you can't like penetrate like past the Darksaber. It also has like a curved shape on it. It's not like a straight just like tube. It actually looks like a sweet sword.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
It did look pretty sweet.
Look very cool.
Yeah, so
So that makes sense.
Din
why
Djarin's
Tarka-
gonna get
yeah,
that thing
it-
at
it
some
makes
point.
sense
It's gonna be sweet.
How the Moff got it because then he just
So he,
took
like,
it from
stole
those
it?
Mandos. Yeah.
Yeah.
So- oh yeah. Mando's gonna see that and he's gonna be like, "You mother effer."
It belongs
you
to the
mother
Mandalorians.
effer.
It's like one of the things
Give
like
it
passed down
back.
from Mandalorian to Mandalorian.
Give it back.
And we're going to season 2.
That's true.
Oh, that's right. This is Mando.
Yeah. How's it go again?
I don't know. We're kind of making it up.
Oh, yeah. This episode was a lot of fun. I thought it was really good.
A lot of action, a lot of
Yeah.
setup, a lot of payoff.
Everything, all the effects all worked. The speeder bikes looked fine. I didn't feel like there was any goofy CGI. They clearly saved a fair amount of budget for this last episode
to hook onto that TIE fighter.
and it paid off. It looked excellent. It was so good. I can't wait for season 2. I don't know, the series. I mean, the series had some slow moments, but yeah, it's gonna happen. Mm-hmm. And I think this was a lot of fun. I can't wait for more.
Yeah, a lot of love went into it. A lot of the people who made the Clone Wars worked on it.
We
John
didn't
Favreau
mention
worked
this
on it.
episode. Taika Waititi directing. Mm-hmm. I think that also helped.
Quite
he
a
does.
bit.
He knows how to do
He knows
action
what-
comedy, basically. I think so. Plenty of like very Thor Ragnarok esque kind of moments in this. So I thought a lot of fun.
Hamming it up with Moff Gideon a little bit.
Right. Yeah. That was fun.
Yeah, a lot of really
Enjoyed
good. Can't wait for the next season. It's gonna be good.
No, we don't do that anymore.
I don't know how the other one goes. I just
that's
know that
it.
beginning.
That's our rundown
it.
of the entire series of Star Wars: The Mandalorian.
Until next month.
What? It's gonna,
There's more next month already?
What does that mean?
That's quick.
No,
Wow.
maybe,
Are
they coming out
are you in
more
the new
next
season?
month?
You already
No.
knew? Wow.
End of next year.
Oh my god.
Look, it's hard to make this stuff, man. You can't just go out in your backyard. They have to use the front yard with the camera.
How are they supposed to get me on Disney Plus? I gotta wait a whole year.
Yeah, and then 2 years for the Obi-Wan series.
They've already been. There's already been all
Just wanna
the
have to give
skies
up by
falling, skies falling articles about how everyone's canceling their Disney Plus now that Mando has finished.
Yeah.
just like
Yeah.
everyone's like after Game of Thrones is on,
It's
everyone's
like
going to
yeah,
cancel
it's like
HBO. And,
Yeah.
Mandalorian or the Disney Plus aired like what's coming in 2020, and it was just like this. Nothing I want to see here.
Yeah.
I don't want to see a Liz McGuire remake. I don't care about that. When's that? That's not for me.
With HBO, they have a ton of really good shows going on. So I was like, I'm not getting rid of this, but
Yeah.
Disney
What's
Plus, I
what's
was
now
like-
for Disney Plus?
yeah, I don't know.
Give me another Gargoyle season, Disney Plus. if you really want to
Ooh,
stick
there we
me.
go.
I think families will keep it. A lot of families.
Oh, definitely.
Oh, yeah.
Anyone with
Just
kids
keep
would
it.
absolutely gonna keep it because it's,
Yeah.
you know,
They also had a lot of people buy in for like the year or 2 year option. I know that.
yeah, that's true. They
2-year
had the
option.
deals.
Yeah, there was like a super discount. If
yeah,
you, like,
if you
really
bought
committed
paid
to
up
it.
front for the whole, yeah.
Nah.
Which makes sense now. I'm like, clearly they were thinking about this already when they were doing it. They were like, well, we don't want to just end that show and then we're done.
There's a Muppet Show. That looks fun.
Ooh, that sounds good.
This is too much.
It's not for Andy.
It's
It's
too much.
not for
Too much
Andy.
stuff out there.
Yeah.
It's all like drowned out. Like everyone's like, I love this show and I watch that show and you need to watch this, and I'm like, I don't got time for any of this shit.
You're like, I hate all your
Yeah.
opinions. You're all
Unless I can do a
terrible.
podcast about it, I don't gotta see it.
Yeah, right. Ugh. Who would ever go on to something and say, "Oh, you guys should watch this"?
you want to talk
Ugh.
about this? Yeah.
garbage?
I feel like you're both talking at different points. I don't know what's happening.
Well, maybe
Done.
it's possible.
We did it.
Wrapped it up.
Oh, I love IG units.